Okay, so today is March 6th, 2024. Walter Cronkite had a love child with Dan Rather. Let's talk about California's Prop 1. And this is somehow gonna fix homelessness. This is old Gavin Newsom's baby. And I have not gone thoroughly into it, but from the part that I have read, I don't read anything about housing unless you're in an indefinite term at a Atascadero mental hospital, because the whole thing is focused on the fact that they want to label everybody on the street as crazy and or drug addicted, but you got to be crazy if you're on the street. And we will get into this, but so I contend a few things. One, how does anybody, who is an accurate measure of sanity? Because I'm not really hip with the psychiatrist, psychologist industry either. I think they are fucking making up shit just to fucking keep themselves employed. But more than that, Gavin Newsom, who Tracy and I know this motherfucker cheated his way up. He cheated during the recall. He cheated the last election. He broke the world. It's his fucking fault. Everything's fucked up. When they came out with the fake COVID shit, and he knew it, he was the first one to lock it down. And then all the states fell right into line. And then all the countries fell right into line. And now he's just having millions of fucking immigrants, illegals pouring into our state. I'm a carpenter. There's all kinds of tradespersons. What do you think the chances of getting a job for a guy like, I make a couple, $200-300 a day, and, they can hire somebody to work for $45 a day? Well, you know what I mean? I'm not getting employed anytime soon. Just get a job. But they're all getting housing. There's not a problem with illegal immigrant people on the street. This is the farce of the whole matter. Not to mention the fact that FEMA paid for all these nonprofits to get a bunch of extra real estate, and they're all willing to kick back some to Gavin. There's this big circular human centipede money chain going on where everyone's just sucking each other's ass and just, you know what I mean? They're all happy with it. And the condition of California is shot. Look at San Francisco. Look at Los Angeles. San Diego. I mean, it just goes on and on. Fresno, Stockton, Bakersfield, blah, 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 blah. Every place we've gone to has basically lost their mind. On the surface, they look like they're prosperous. But when you if you dig just a tiny bit below the surface, you soon see infectious cancer. So I don't know what people are talking about. And when it comes to the sanity part, when it comes to mental health, I think Gavin Newsom is a fucking sociopath of gigantic proportions. That dude, if you wanted to talk eye for an eye, really, he should just be stripped naked, beat down, and then thrown to the parents of any kid that got vaccinated and killed. Which, of course, they would mince him into meat. But he is not any person to fucking... There's nobody, really. Because there's several reasons. For one, I know that every person on the street is not... They might have some mental issues, as do every people that are in behind doors. I think everyone's crazy. How are you going to tell from California? How is California the crazy cuckoo commie state going to be able to categorize human beings as being crazy? Isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? But so people on the street might have some issues, but they're not the issues that these motherfuckers say. And these people are the ones pushing and driving this agenda of categorizing homeless people. They want to put them into quarantine camps. They want to keep them on the Thorazine shuffle. That's why they're giving them all psych meds. They can give them all psych meds, and then they'll be docile. They can shove them into boxes, and they'll never be able to fight their way out. Tracy and I are the voice of rebellion that we don't even see echoed by anybody else. So that's why they're on our ass. But even if you said, okay, maybe there's something to what Gavin's saying, who would not be a little nutty when society, for no reason that you can tell, kicks people out? I mean, housing, all that. You get kicked onto the street. Everybody's a piece of crap to you. You're a social pariah. You have no place to sleep, shower, shit, shave, and the cops are always after everybody. Who wouldn't be a little nutty? But I don't know that that nutty is any nuttier than the salivating, fucking unsatisfied greed spinning wheels in people's mind as they careen around the streets in wet rain or whatever because they're trying to drive to their next dollar. How is this unmitigated greed better than someone just talking to themselves or whatever? I mean, because no one else talks to homeless people. Of course they're talking to themselves. As far as drug addiction, I contend fentanyl is not even a drug. It's a poison. Because I have known a lot of junkies, and it can kill you if you fuck up. So how is it that fentanyl can be that much stronger than heroin when that could kill you? So one kills you faster than the other? I don't think so. It's a way of, they're perpetrating this media image. As far as Prop 1, relying on the public to give the A-OK to the additional behavioral health services. Look, man, you say homeless. You want to give me a home so I'm not homeless? Fine. Anything else? Fuck you, man. For everybody. Who is society after kicking people to the curb, treating them like shit, making them sleep on the fucking street and in their cars? Well, meanwhile, you got fucking people pouring over the border and they get everything that we should. Who are they to, why would anybody, or why should anybody accept, like, okay, you guys, the housed voters, you're going to vote on Prop 1. Oh, that's fine. But you don't want to extend me the protections of law enforcement? You don't want to give me the courtesy of any kind of social services like the fucking border jumpers are getting? You don't want to do anything? I get fucking reviled, we get spit on, thrown shit at, people yell for no reason. People we've never met in our life, they just know if they see you're homeless, it's like everybody's allowed to pick on the homeless. And everybody's allowed to say all the racial slurs against white people they can. Because it's all right to fucking hate racially on white people. But if a white person says anything that offends another race, oh, then he's a racist, a MAGA racist or whatever. Fuck you. And as far as the Democrats, well, why would anybody want to be a Democrat? I was. But not now, because the Democrats have been in power tough since fucking 88 or whatever, and they are treating us like shit. So you guys can pass your Prop 1, but when you come around with butterfly nets and all that bullshit, you better fucking be serious about yours, because I'm not just gonna she or me, we're not going quietly into the fold. No. Nope. I'm to the age where if at any given point in time, any morning I woke up, if that day was to bring the end of my life, it's not like I haven't had the chance I needed. I'll be turning 65 soon. A lot of people die a lot younger than that. And if I had to die defending my constitutional rights and hers, I'll do it. Because I got nothing left to live for, except for her, and nothing left to lose. And I like fighting, so fuck it. Are they prepared for that? I don't think so. So you guys can play your little fucking political games. You can do whatever. Stick your fucking Prop 1 up your ass. Because mental issues, you know what would make people mentally healthy? Give them a home. Super easy. There's been $10 or more billion given to California to solve the homeless crisis. It's easy. They're doing it with the illegals right now. Why the fuck can't they just shove some homeless people in there? Oh, it's all anybody wants, just to be able to lay their head down, take a shit, take a shower. Then I'll get a job. So, I don't know where we're going with this, California or USA, but you better think your fucking things through. And as usual, the Democrats, they might work together like little fucking worker bees, but they're not really very smart. Because if you look at all the national plans and all the fucking other places' plans and all the judicial plans, they're all crumbling apart. So this thing, they'll give it their little go, but it's going to fail too. But when things like those evil plans fail, for them to fail, that means there are a lot of people have to die or be suffering. I don't want to do either one for that piece of shit. He's been the bane of California for a while, and he set this whole thing up. And his aunt, Nancy Pelosi, is a creepy witch, reptilian alien bitch. And fuck them all. Fuck California. This is my home state. I was born here. I loved it. And look at what's happening. It's turned into some cheap copy of fucking 1984. They don't even have the class enough to fucking pretend like they're Gestapo. He's just a fucking greedy piece of shit that just wants any rebellious voices out of his way. Because he got a bunch of money, and as long as there's a homeless problem, they can still keep getting money. You know, that's the bottom line. All that money, none of it got to the streets. All of it went to the nonprofits and the churches and the charities. People think, oh, well, we spent all this money, and look at what you're doing, and goddamn you homeless. Don't yell at us. Don't get mad at us. Go get mad at the people you fucking handed it to that didn't give it to us. Did you get a receipt? Man, well then fuck you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to feel we have no place to go. We have no money. You think I'm going to worry about where you got cheated out of your money for trying to take care of me? Fuck you. You just buying this media image about everybody. Look at those people. Those people on the streets in LA, those are crisis actors. Because it costs not that much to get people to go out and play the fool, but in the long run, for some idiot like Gavin, he'll come back up in a quintillion-fold for what he spent for crisis actors. But real homeless people aren't trying to put their fucking tents out there in the obvious places or be all stupid in obvious places. Real homeless people are hiding. They know better. The only people that are out there doing that shit right now are fakies. So with that, I guess I will stop yelling at my phone now, but really, I wish that I could reach everybody in California and impart the actual truth to them. Everybody thinks, well, you're homeless, you're fucking an idiot. Well, I'm not a liar. I'm telling you the truth. They're disappearing people. They're doing evil, heinous shit. They're doing it under the guise of public safety and you know, they created this thing, the media has perpetrated this image, and the cops enforce this without any regard to the Constitution or law. We are not on the street right now because of anything we did. Cops, every time they chase us from location to location, it doesn't matter,
Yes, they do.
and they fucking find out where we're at and throw us out of our living place. What can I do? Oh, obviously you must have problems. No. You know what my problem is? My problem is with pieces of shit that have guns that tell me if we don't leave then, they will arrest me, and I refuse to be arrested by these fucking scumbag youngsters, but I can see myself getting shot over, what, them illegally throwing us out? There's such a thing as California tenant law, and they're supposed to be followed with everybody. I've even heard Joe Rogan talk about, well, even the homeless will be able to vote. Why shouldn't I, Joe? I fucking was a veteran. I served. Did you, motherfucker? Why shouldn't I vote? Don't you think we have a dog in this fight? God damn it. So, don't vote on Prop 1. Vote no on Prop 1.
No.
Vote no and recall that fucking psychopathic piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there was enough petition signatures to get him on the recall list. If they would have had that many fucking votes for him, he would have been gone. And I'm sure they did. You think people are going to put their name on a petition and not vote to get him out of there? Fuck that. But what do the Dems do? They just take people's votes that they don't like and throw them in the trash can. And over here in California, nobody's trying to fix that shit.
Yeah.
You know, as it is, we got things like Hollywood and just the most rampant greed and fucking largesse ever. So there's so many problems, it's hard to make them focus on something that people don't want to hear about. And the people, even if they do give a fuck, it depresses them to think about it. But this thing with the illegals, I mean, you can't put that on the homeless. The homeless aren't keeping the cartels going.
No, we don't have the money.
Where's the money coming from?
Going.
Well, where are those 85,000 children? Did they get? Did someone get a receipt for them? And what's happening to them anyway? So before you worry about the homeless, maybe you should worry about fucking getting your house in order.
Yeah.
And once you got a room fixed up for us, then let us know.